White colors refined with metallic finishes for a new level of sophistication. Now available at Don's Appliances and Hillman Appliance. Visit online for store locations.
It all began in 1950 with a now famous local advertising slogan.
Dry up!
Mariani & Richards, the region's premier waterproofing business. 412-884-3737 or mariani-richards.com.
It's Levin Furniture's amazing 10 sale. Get here Friday and Saturday and shop the 10 for unbeatable deals. Up to 70% off on overstocks, discontinued items, and closeouts. Plus, shop the store for special buys like our fabulous transitional sofa. Now an incredible $297. Sealy Extra Firm Queen mattress sets just $298. Recliners from $197. Up to 70% off. Plus, special financing. The amazing 10 sale. Friday and Saturday at Levin's.
Tunch Ilkin here for the Pittsburgh Barbecue Company. Have your next event catered by the Barbecue Company, voted #1 by Pittsburgh Magazine. Ribs, pulled pork, brisket, and chicken smoked low and slow using maple and cherry wood. And don't forget about those award-winning baked beans. Let the Pittsburgh Barbecue Company cater your next event, social or corporate, from 10 to 1,000. Go to pghbbq.com, the Pittsburgh Barbecue Company, with 2 locations, Banksville Road and Delmont Murraysville.
There was a day he taught us patience. There was a day he encouraged our determination. There was a day he showed us tradition. And that's why there's a day we all say, thanks, Dad. The Cabela's Father's Day sale, now through June 16th. Find that special gift for Dad from the place that knows him best. And don't miss our Saturday 8 a.m. doorbusters. Shop in-store or at Cabela's.com.
KDKA TV News, our area's most trusted and most watched news team.
Pittsburgh Today Live. I'm Kimberly Gill in for Christine Sorensen.
And I'm John Burnett. Hi, Kim.
How are you, dear?
Great to be with you this morning.
Yeah, we're going to tell you why you're holding this in front of us.
That's right. We are starting out the show in the kitchen this morning for a little cooking from the garden of Chef Bill Fuller, as a matter of fact, and he brought this from his garden, I do believe.
That's right. It's a type of garlic. And
What's it called?
Garlic. It's garlic, okay. But it's got another name. We'll tell you about that coming up.
Good.
We're also checking out the Pittsburgh Jazz Live International Festival. There's a late change in the headliner. We'll tell you all about that coming up, too. And look at the rest of the lineup as well, including fan favorite Gregory Porter.
Oh, yeah.
The festival kicks off tonight, and it features more than 150 musicians and artists performing in Pittsburgh and venues all around town through Sunday.
Looking forward to that. We're also getting ready to celebrate Point Made, the completion of the Great Allegheny Passage, a bike trail that takes you all the way from Washington, D.C. right to Point State Park. After many, many years and many more dollars, it's finally complete. Stay with us to hear about the big celebration just ahead.
And we'll check out 2 new lions in town. Not at the zoo, but these stone masterpieces are now standing guard outside Dollar Bank, and they have quite a tale to tell.
Right out there in public, in front of everybody. Plus, we're going to check out some ideas for Father's Day gift giving from the hardware store. And handy Andy Amrine, a dad of 3 himself, is here today, so he's going to show us what dads like and give us a few ideas. Look at that.
And look at her, like
in a lawn chair.
Daryl, our production assistant there.
I'm loving that.
A good time.
Is that Daryl?
Yeah, I think
that's what he was made for.
All right, but
chilling.
First, we are cooking with Chef Bill Fuller, and we have to apologize that we promoted actor Joey Fatone to be with us today. He unfortunately couldn't come. He wanted to be here because he's in town with the CLO's production of 42nd Street, and he loves to cook, but he had a conflict this morning, and he couldn't be here with us. But no worries, though. Chef Bill can sing and dance. John,
That's right.
You can, too,
Bill
right?
can do it all. Bill and I would make quite a team. You don't want to see us unless you had a couple of drinks, though.
Yeah. You don't want me singing and dancing.
No, not at this hour of the day, especially.
So, John, will you hand me the garlic?
The garlic? Is that what this is?
What is that?
Okay.
So, this is garlic, and I grow garlic every year. And the way you grow garlic is you put a clove in the ground in the fall, cover it up, mulch it real nice, and in the spring it comes up. And it makes this nice, beautiful plant. And right around the first week of June, it tries to set a seed head or a flower head, and
it looks like a flower.
Yeah, and it will flower. And
is that what this is?
That is what that is.
Okay.
And it's this curly, crazy-looking thing, and it's called a scape. S-C-A-P-E.
Scape.
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 Now, if you let your garlic set this flour, it's not going to make a garlic head.
Okay.
So you got to cut them off. Well, guess what? They're delicious.
This part is delicious.
This part is delicious.
This is? Can I try it?
Please, please.
Okay.
And it's not spicy. But it is garlicky.
It's good.
It's good.
You're going to need a breath mint after.
Yes. I'm sorry for the next guest. I'm sorry for the next guest.
No, it's good. It's delicious, actually.
And actually, you want to cut it off just as it sort of makes its first full circle. Anyhow, so.
And you cook with these.
And you cook with these. And this happened on Tuesday. Like, they just showed up this week in my garden.
They're beautiful.
If you cut it off, it'll come back next year, is that right?
Well, no. I mean, at the end of the season, sometime in July, the plant will die and you pull it up and you hang it up in the garage and this dries and that's your garlic.
That's your garlic. Oh,
wow.
I see.
And then you see, and it started to become a garlic. And then you save the biggest, nicest cloves, and in the fall, you plant them again.
Put them back in.
And this is,
Okay.
I don't know, this is, who knows how long it's been going, 3, 4, 5 years.
Okay.
Wow.
That's really neat.
I do about 60, 70 heads of garlic every year in my yard for myself.
It
You
is
use that
strong,
much?
too. JB,
Yeah.
I smell
Sorry.
your breath is cooking.
I know. All right. So what we're going to do 2 things with escapes.
I'm knocking myself out, as a matter of fact.
You guys are awesome.
What you got?
Okay, so we're making a pasta with escapes, and we're making, we grilled some flank steak, and we're making a chimichurri. So I'm going to talk about the pasta for a second.
All right.
I put in the skillet with some butter some of the chopped up scapes, and they're a little chewy, like you guys might have noticed. It's got some chew, so you need to slice it really thin.
Yeah.
I let them sweat out with butter, and I put in some sliced asparagus and fresh morels. And a morel
Morel is what, mushroom?
are these mushrooms, and they're also a spring, early summer mushroom, and maybe with this rain we'll get some. These are from Indiana State, and they're awesome looking. They're like mushrooms you would design and put in a fantasy movie, not even real mushrooms. And they're delicious and
Can I eat
delicate
them?
and
Chew that?
gentle.
Don't eat it.
Don't eat it. Don't eat it.
Don't eat it?
No, don't eat it right now.
Okay.
So I cooked
See,
off.
how'd you know that? I didn't know that.
Well, they're not going to make you sick raw, but they're not delicious raw.
But yeah.
Okay.
Let's just wait and eat them.
All right. We'll
I
eat
cooked
them
off some mafaldi pasta, which is like a little tiny lasagna noodle. And Dustin over at Casbah made this for me fresh last night, so it's very tender and delicate.
Nice.
And when I make pasta, I always save a little of the pasta water.
Pour it over there.
And you pour it in so it makes a nice sauce. And I'm gonna add some cheese. And some lemon zest. And we're just gonna toss this together and we're gonna serve it with our steak.
It smells delicious.
That whole lemon zest thing, is that fairly new? I mean, did our parents do that?
Probably when your mom baked cookies, she did.
Really?
As far as adding it into food, it's fairly new.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it gives a nice brightness and some pine nuts. And we're just gonna let that sit aside. You know what, John? I'm gonna give this to you to kind of stir up real nice.
Sure, be happy to.
And
a little bit of butter. A little bit of butter. I always scare Christine with the butter.
Okay.
So in this blender here,
Stir it up. Stir it up.
I have put some chopped up scapes. Now they're zesty, so it's going to be like raw garlic. So,
Okay.
and what I'm going to make is a chimichurri, which is a Latin American pesto, and I have a little bit of olive oil, the garlic scapes, and in here I have sage, oregano, and parsley.
Okay.
And my sage right now, and everybody's sage out there is awesome because it's flowering. And so you have these beautiful purple flowers, and that smells great.
Oh, I was just going to say, I smell
And
it.
if you pull one off and taste it.
Eat the flower? I
I'll
don't eat
taste
flowers.
it. I will.
Really?
You eat it.
Feed me.
They're delicious. Well, no.
I like that. Spit
Is that right?
out.
Well, that was
Is
a
that,
little.
is that what you wanted me to eat?
What I wanted you to do was
Is it
just.
okay if he ate
Yeah. But this, it's sagey and
Tasty.
sweet.
See, now that's going to take away the garlic breath.
There you go.
There we go.
Laurel smelling.
And we'll just puree this real quick.
Did you grow these in your garden?
Yes, ma'am. I love doing the blender on TV.
Yeah, right.
Very
Boy,
loud.
It's very loud. I'll put a little bit more olive oil in there.
Okay.
This will be worth all the noise and smoke.
So how much longer here, Bill? The butter's melted.
All right. Does it look like dinner?
Looks good to me. What happened?
Don't stir in the blender with a metal spoon at home.
Oh!
I can't wait to try a piece of that steak.
So I'm going to slice up the steak.
Yeah.
Now, John, if you would take and put a nice scoop of pasta in the middle of one of those plates for me.
Good job.
Or in the middle of both those plates. Maybe make two plates while you're at it.
All right.
All right. All right.
I mean, I'm not
Gotta
really
eat the
good
flank
at scooping. Is that a decent scoop?
That's good.
More scoop? Oh, okay.
Very nice presentation.
Look at that.
Going right across.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh!
Got it.
Nice.
Now, if you would just,
What are you going to do with that, Bill?
we're just going to put a little bit right on top. little bit right on top of the steak. And the metal chips are extra.
The metal chips.
On the spoon.
Oh, good. Gotcha.
All right.
Well, that's pretty good. Look at this.
And
there's
breakfast.
Wow.
Beautiful.
All right.
Only here, only on our show do we get to eat like this at 9 in the morning.
Is this something that you can make at home if I guess if you've got the garlic?
Well, anybody who grows garlic is cutting the scapes off this week.
Oh, wow.
Is that right?
Because it won't set heads. What'll happen is if this scape goes to flower, this bulb won't grow anymore at all, and it'll wither up even some more. You'll get lovely flowers and lovely baby garlics, but you won't get a head this year.
When you say flour, it's like a flour, like
an onion flour. It makes like a ball, like any sort of onion or any sort of. I wish.
We had some pictures from your garden. I don't know if it had any of.
No, I don't let them flower at all.
You don't let them flower at all.
Because what happens once it flowers and sets the little seeds, then you have a million little baby garlics next year, which you have to sort of sort through.
You don't want too many baby garlics.
No, you don't want too many baby garlics.
Why not?
This is very good.
Oh, thank you.
This is delicious.
Very, very good. The asparagus and the mushrooms, it's perfect.
Awesome. Thank you.
The problem with this situation is that Kim is eating, and so am I.
I know.
So now neither one of us can talk. Typically, Christine will stop eating.
And I'm just like you. I want to eat.
I know you
want me to do it?
This is great.
You may have to go, Bill.
Okay, for a copy of today's recipe, go online. I'm sharing with you guys there. That's at kdk.com, Pittsburgh Today Live.
Very good. Very good.
I've done this before in emergencies.
You have, on occasion.
Yes.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you for being here, Bill. Good job. All right, we will be back in just a moment, folks. Right now, do we have weather with Dennis Bowman? Is that next? That's coming up right after this break. We will be right back.
Forget cash for gold. How about cash for your car? Call Rusty Hook Towing and get cash for good or junk cars, trucks, and SUVs up to $5,000 cash.
Get cash or flash?
Call Rusty Hook Towing, 412-657-9522.
Once reserved only for a select few, introducing New Image Elite. Now women in Pittsburgh can have Hollywood's answer for thinning and damaged hair. New Image Elite is for women of any age or ethnicity who want thicker, fuller, luxurious hair in as little as 2 office visits. Listen to what Pittsburgh women are saying about New Image Elite.
Thank you for showing me that there really are people who care about my hair loss.
Everything I tried damaged my hair. Now I have the hair I always wanted. When you're a woman, thinning hair isn't beautiful. Thanks, New Image, for restoring my hair and my life. I tried other solutions. Elite is the best.
Don't you deserve the best? Call or go to newimageelite.com for a special introductory price. New Image Elite. Available only at New Image.
Permanently injured? However you were hurt, someone may owe you money. I'm Larry Green of Berger & Green, the injury lawyers. We battle everyone to blame for every dollar the law allows. Cash, lost wages, insurance money, and damages for pain and suffering. Call Berger & Green, the lawyers friends tell friends to call. 1-800-999-2626.
Berger & Green. Call today.
We paid for this much new carpet.
But we got all this.
Get 60% off carpet at Empire Today. Schedule at EmpireToday.com or call
800-588-2300 today.
And welcome back to Pittsburgh Today Live. I'm Dennis Bowman with you. We've had some rain showers going through here. It's kind of wet us down in the Pittsburgh area. Heaviest rain has been running to the north. We were just checking Lisbon, Ohio with an inch of rain. Beaver Falls with a ½ inch of rain. So we've had some pretty good soakings going on out there. How do we stand right now? 65 degrees, not raining at the moment. We do have a little bit of fog, 5-mile visibility out there. That south-southeast wind at 10. Helping to keep the visibility semi-decent. Between now and midnight, a grand total of 1 inch to 1 1/3 inches across the neighborhoods. Pretty close to that, about 1 inch in Greensburg, down to Uniontown, and into Garrett County, Maryland. So some helpful rain, given the fact we're carrying a 3.5 inch moisture deficit on the year. Mainly cloudy skies out there. We may thin out the clouds just to see a glimpse of sun as we roll through the afternoon. Moisture from Tropical Storm Andrea is coming up the spine of the Appalachians. circulations and also teaming up with a system coming in from the west. So that's giving us a wet weather Thursday to be sure. Here's your forecast. Right around 70 for us in the Pittsburgh area. You won't make that in the northern counties. Down to 63 tonight. Rain and also a thunderstorm possible in spots this afternoon. Some of the rain rather heavy at times, mostly cloudy. A couple of showers scattered around tomorrow. A lot of it working its way eastward. 75 for your high and 78 on Saturday. I'm just going to allow for a shower chance there over towards the ridges. Then we warm it up to 82 Sunday. That's a dry day for you. 77 Monday. Partly sunny. Chance of a shower. And that's your forecast for now. John, Kimberly, back to you.
Okay, Dennis, thank you.
Denny.
For 138 years, Lions have stood guard outside the downtown Dollar Bank on 4th Avenue and were dubbed the guardians of the people's money.
That's right. But time, weather, pollution, not to mention the flood of 1936, took their toll on these iconic stone figures. So Dollar Bank commissioned a master stone carver to create new lions. And now they are perched outside while the original lions have a new home inside the bank's Heritage Center Museum. Joe Smith, Dollar Bank's Senior Vice President of Marketing, is here to share this lion's tale with us this morning. Hi, Joe.
Good morning. Good morning.
And I notice you're wearing white gloves. So something tells me I should probably have a pair too. Do you have any extras?
I have a pair for both of you.
Oh.
Excellent.
Thank you very much.
And why are we wearing these?
Well, I have here signature books from 1869.
Oh my gosh.
And when you became a customer at the bank, you were assigned a number.
Oh, wow.
Your name was listed, your age, what you did as an occupation, and some description of you because there were no photographs or pictures at that time.
Right.
And then where you were born. And it's interesting, this page here, there's a Samuel Carnahan. He was full, medium, light hair. He opened an account on December 8th, 1869. The next person was born in Ireland. Next person was born in, here's one from born in New York, born in England, born in Alsace, France, born in England.
And tell me the years
Germany.
again.
This is 1869.
And these are people that came to open accounts at the bank?
They came to open accounts, and it just shows you how much of an immigrant population we had at that time.
Now,
so what we've done is, you know, with the need to restore the lions, we kind of said, well, let's look at this building. You know, it was built in 1871.
Okay, so the lions came just 2 years after these people that you.
That's right. The building was built in 1871, and the lions were carved by Max Kohler on site in 1871.
Oh my!
I have a newspaper here from December 27th, 1867.
Wait a minute, this is the actual. This is
the actual paper.
This is the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette. What was it called?
I need to get my script up off of it.
It was called the Pittsburgh Evening Chronicle.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, there it is, right here.
That's Friday, December 27th, and we're required to publish our financials every year, an annual statement. And this showed that on that particular day, we had $2,161,000 the bank had. Today we have 6.7 billion. Billion.
Billion.
This was 2 million.
Billion.
Wow. It's interesting how big this paper was
big
back
broadsheet.
Yeah.
And then we were also required to publish our officers. And this is George Albury, who was our president. He was our original president in 1855 as well.
Joe, how is this held up? This is actual paper from 1871.
Well, all of these books and all of our annual statements were preserved for all these years in the mines. We shipped them to the mines.
Oh, you do?
Yeah. And so when we decided to redo the building, we pulled all that back out of the mines and started looking at it. We have our original passbook from 1855, and we have every ledger book and every signature book from 1855 until we stopped doing it in the early 1960s.
Yeah, just so you know, Kimberly, because you haven't lived here your whole life, and I hadn't either, but I found this out shortly after coming to Pittsburgh, that there are mines. Where are they? Are they like in Indiana County?
Yes, there are mines all over, but there are several companies that use the mines.
They're closed down now, but they store things like this, or cars, or boats, or whatever in them, and because they're so dry and you know, free of all kinds of weather, they're completely protected, that these things are preserved.
Now, we have since built in our operations center down in the Strip District, we've built a temperature control room for all of these.
So you've got all of these, and you've got the lions too.
We have the lions.
These are going to be preserved, and are these on display in the bank as well as the lions?
We have selected items on display. That's what we're calling it, the Heritage Center.
Now, Joe,
and I have two coins for you.
Oh.
These coins were struck last month, and they are to commemorate the Heritage Center.
Oh,
this is the seal of the bank on the one side, and then we have the lions, and dated 2013.
1855, Joe. Is that when
That's
you guys
correct.
were founded? That's
right.
when it. Okay.
We're the oldest bank in Pittsburgh.
So talk about the lions. They were out front for years and years and years. Then you took them down to restore them, and now they're back.
Well, they were carved in brownstone, as the building is, but because they were exposed to the elements,
the flood,
and all the pollution. Well, the flood of 1936 was interesting because it stained the bottom 14 feet of the building and the lions. So to make the building all the same color again, they covered the bottom 14 feet of the building with a very thin layer of cement. And that did the lions in because it didn't allow them to breathe. So freeze thaw, the brownstone started to fall apart. So we had to remove the lions, they had to take that cement layer off and then restore them. But because they couldn't go outside again, we then had to carve two new lions, which we unveiled yesterday.
And so, excuse me if I missed it because I was messing around with the coin, but the old lions are inside the building.
The old lions
now,
are restored, and they're now inside the building.
On display.
On display.
So you can still see the old lions that people around here, everybody who's still living today, grew up with.
And in July, our 158th anniversary is July 18th, and 2 weekends ago we had Give Us Your Memories of the Kaufman Clock. So we're going to say give us your memories of the Dollar Bank Lions.
And so what is it about the lions? Is it that just people thought that it was they were protecting their money if they put their money in the Dollar Bank?
Well, they've always been affectionately called the guardians of 4th Avenue or the guardians of the people's money. And, you know, banks all over the country have lions. You know, it's not unique to us.
Oh, is that right?
But you know, the story of Solomon and the lions that is thrown, I mean, that's really kind of the where all that emanates from as far as strength, wisdom, you know, all those words that go with it. And our lions are very friendly, though.
They are. I mean, one of them's like this, you know, he's just sort of laying with his head on his
We're actually looking at video right here of the, these are the new ones, right?
Actually,
or these are the old
those are the old ones.
These are the old ones.
There he is. See that guy with his, he's sort of got his head on his arm. Where did you find the stone carver, Joe? You know, it had to have been, I guess, how many stone carvers are there out there?
Well, it's really interesting. If you go to Europe, there are thousands of stone carvers because Europe's old. And their buildings need restored. In America, when we were trying to find a stone carver, there's only 12 stone carvers in America, master stone carvers. Only 9 still work. And Nicholas Fairplay that did our lions, he was quoted, he had just finished 4 lions for the state capital of Utah. And when we found him, we're reading about him, he said he was going to do no more lions. So we, as I said, we went on bended knee to get him to do our 2 lions. But he did them, he was there yesterday, it was wonderful to have him there.
And how long did it take?
The whole process took about 4 years. It took a little over a year to restore the original lions. Then we had to take a 3-dimensional digital picture of the lions. Then a styrofoam model is made, and Mr. Fairplay used that model because we wanted the new lions to look just like the old lions.
Right. Yeah.
So they're actually 3 inches bigger.
Is that right?
Yeah, because of the size of the stone.
Wow, that's incredible. All right, Joe Smith of Dollar Bank, thank you so much. We do appreciate your time and all that you have done and Dollar Bank has done for the city of Pittsburgh.
I'm going to have to come and take my picture with the lions.
There you go.
All right, thank you. Well, coming up next, get ready to ride on the Gap Trail. It's now open all the way from Washington, D.C. to Pittsburgh's Point. I'll tell you about the celebration to commemorate the trail's completion.
Get in shape and have fun. Those phrases rarely go together, but now we've got some high-tech choices. Everything from Zumba to UFC.
Some of them are a lot more strenuous than others.
So what video games will give you the best workout? Consumer Reports, today at 5.
Thousands of ingredients from around the world. A wide variety of natural and organic foods. And so much more. At Giant Eagle Market District. In 4 Pittsburgh area locations.
American households have an average of $300 in unused gift cards. Do you have unused gift cards in your wallet or drawer? Turn them into cash at the Gold Buyers of Pittsburgh.
We pay cash for your unwanted gift cards. GoldBuyersOfPittsburgh.com.
Coping with loss is a process that should not be rushed. People need time to reflect, time to regroup, and time to think about how to remember a life well lived. When the time is right, know that Rome Monument is here to help you create a lasting legacy. Rome Monument. Memories of a lifetime for all time.
At Molyneux, we're installation experts. We do it right the first time.
Dr. Phil, they're forced to turn their adopted child over to strangers.
How do you explain to a 2-year-old that you might not ever see them again?
You'll have one shred of evidence they're not quality parents.
Today at 3, followed by KDKA TV News at 4.
After 35 years and $80 million, the bike path that stretches from Washington, D.C. to Point State Park is now finally complete.
That's right. It's called the Great Allegheny Passage, or GAP Trail. And there's a big celebration called Point Made on June the 15th when the trail officially opens, and on a day, hopefully, sunnier than today is. Earlier this week, Christine Sorensen went to Point State Park to find out more.
And we're here right at the point where the celebrations will be happening. I'm with Linda Box, president of the Allegheny Trail Alliance, Seth Gernot, the chief fun officer, what a title, for Events Unlimited, organizer of a lot of these events coming up, and Sarah Pettick, the Steel Valley Trail Council representative. Thank you guys for being here. And Linda, first let's start out. What is the GAP, or the Great Allegheny Passage?
The Great Allegheny Passage is this wonderful trail system that we have from Pittsburgh now all the way to Washington, D.C. Our section ends in Cumberland, Maryland, and it goes through some of the most spectacular scenery that you can ever imagine. It's taken 35 years to build, $80 million of investment, but the communities and the people, everybody's really excited about it and really taking advantage of this wonderful resource we have.
And so this was a railroad at one point, is that right?
About 90% of the Great Allegheny Passage was a railroad, and that was the easy part. The railroad built us all these great structures, and we were able to convert them for trail use. The last piece, Sarah's piece through the Steel Valley, was our tough part because we did not have any property. We had to assemble about 30 different pieces of property to build that trail section. And when you go through it, you see how it, goes through tunnels and over bridges and so forth. It's really an exciting ride.
And so this last piece we've been hearing about through Sandcastle, which is tricky, all the way here to the point. Tell me what it was like getting that last piece of the puzzle in place.
Well, we had to wait till everything else got done because it was so difficult. And when Pittsburgh 250 came along and named the completion of the Great Allegheny Passage as one of its legacy projects, that's what gave us really the push to get this last piece done. And about $13 million and about 7 years of a lot of hard work, it's finally completed.
And so how long will it take someone to bike from D.C. to Pittsburgh or the other way?
You can do it in 24 hours if you've got the will, or it's a really nice 1-week vacation if you want to take it that way.
Neat. Okay, so we've got a big celebration called Point Made to get this all started. Tell me about that.
June 15th, we are celebrating the completion of the Great Allegheny Passage, and we are very excited about it. And this is a good time to maybe talk to Seth because he's the one organizing some of the rides and events.
Great. Okay, so Seth, on June 15th, tell me about all the rides, first of all, that are going to be on the trail.
Sure. We have 3 different rides that are going to happen starting the week before. On June 8th, we take about 30 riders down to Washington, D.C. And at vacation pace, we're going to take a nice leisurely ride. We'll be staying in hotels. And then on June 14th, we're going to send down the 24-hour relay. This is the express passage to Pittsburgh. So while the other folks have taken 7 days to ride from D.C., we're actually going to do it in 24 hours. Wow. So we'll take 2 groups of people. This is the 6th year that we've done it. We've made it every year, so we're looking to meet up with everyone at Sandcastle, so on Saturday morning.
So you've done this before. What's it going to be like to now be able to have that final piece of the puzzle in place?
It's going to be awesome. For many years, we've had to ride on State Route 837, which is not only a big hill, but it's also quite dangerous. And luckily, we usually ride in early in the morning when there isn't much traffic. So it's really a joy, and it's much safer for us to ride the relay and the tour now.
And can people still join in or sign up for these rides?
At this point, they can join us on June 15th at Sandcastle at 10 a.m. And what's great, the tour is going to meet up with the relay, and we're all going to take a nice leisurely parade and really savor the moment and take it all the way into the point.
And that's just a 7-mile ride, right?
Yep, that's a 7-mile ride. It's going to be all level, all flat. We're going to have the relay riders lead everyone out. It's going to be a spectacular day, and the weather's going to be just like today. Gorgeous.
Awesome. Well, Sarah, tell me a little bit about your organization, what you do in terms of keeping this trail, you know, in a good shape.
Absolutely. I'm president of the Steel Valley Trail Council, and we maintain the section of the Great Allegheny Passage from Sandcastle to McKeesport. So we are very excited that our section is finally complete.
So tell me about some of the other fun activities happening on the 15th.
We have a lot happening down at the waterfront on the 15th. Obviously, people can have the ride into Pittsburgh, and then throughout the whole afternoon, we'll be having events very family-friendly. We'll have food, we'll have vendors, we'll have food trucks, we'll have bike rides out of the pump house, we'll have bike decorating for kids. So everything that you can imagine is going to be going on. It's going to be a really fun afternoon, an entire day of celebrating the trail and celebrating biking.
So stuff all day long at the waterfront to celebrate, and then at 1 o'clock right here for marking the end of the trail.
Yes, I mean, there's a beautiful piece of cast bronze, 6 feet in diameter, that marks the western terminus of the Great Allegheny Passage that's going to be dedicated on June 15th at 1 o'clock here at Point State Park.
Great. Well, thank you all so much. It's exciting. I can't wait. I'm going to have to get a bike and take a ride. I'm looking forward to it.
Okay, Christine, thanks a lot. And you can find out more about the point and how to ride the Gap Trail yourself online. Just look for those links at kdk.com/PTL. Okay, still to come, Father's Day is coming. Stay with us for a gift guide from the hardware store. I think I see a few things I'd like. JB looks like he does too. But first, a look at the lineup for this year's Pittsburgh International Jazz Festival. We'll have that and more when we come back.
Green and gardens, drowning ants, changing rhythm.
Order in the court. Confused about debt consolidation and don't know where to turn?
You want the truth? You can't handle the truth!
Yes, they can! We're Steidl & Steinberg, and we have a few good men and women who have been helping people with debt problems for over 30 years.
We'll consult with you for free in one of our convenient offices near you and give you the truth.
So if you have an army of debt, give us a call or visit our website at goodbyedebt.com.
With our experience, why go anywhere else?
You know what's so awesome about the internet? It gets more and more entertaining every day. And once you've got Verizon Fios, that's when you get it. How 100% fiber optics takes your entertainment to ridiculous levels.
I was streaming videos, movies, music. Once I realized how fast it was, that's when I got it.
Switch to Fios and upgrade your entertainment for just $89.99 a month, guaranteed for 2 years, plus $200 back, and a multi-room DVR free for 12 months with a 2-year agreement. Last chance. This amazing deal ends soon. Fios brings 100% fiber optic power right to your door. That's why it delivers America's fastest, most reliable internet, plus unbeatable TV picture quality. So switch to Fios for $89.99 a month, guaranteed for 2 years, and get $200 back and a multi-room DVR free for 12 months with a 2-year agreement. That's a value of $440. Visit Verizon.com/price guarantee for this amazing deal. Offer ends June 18th. Technology that makes life more entertaining. That's powerful.
No one could understand what I was going through. I couldn't stop drinking, couldn't stop using, and I was alone. Then I heard about Power.
I was using around the clock, and I left her alone all the time. Then we're a family again because of Power.
Our programs and services are created especially to meet the needs of women. At Power, we believe in a personal approach to your recovery from addiction based on trust and confidentiality. You are not alone. The power to reclaim your life is only one phone call away. Call the Power line at 412-243-8755.
The KDKA Sports Report is brought to you by Allegheny Sports Medicine.
Voice.
Okay, welcome back, everybody. Get ready for some dancing in the streets when the Pittsburgh International Jazz Festival comes to town with 150 musicians performing at venues and street stages all around downtown Pittsburgh. Musicians like Gregory Porter will perform, and I believe we're listening to Gregory Porter right now. Is that Gregory Porter?
Mm-hmm.
He will perform with local artists like Pittsburgh's Sean Jones. I've heard Sean Jones before. He's very, very good. And here to tell us about this year's Jazz Live lineup is Janice Burley-Wilson, Director of Jazz Programs for the Pittsburgh Cultural Trust.
Hi, Janice.
Hi.
Good to see you again.
Thank you for having me.
Welcome back, and welcome back to the Jazz Festival. This is how many years?
3 years. We're celebrating 3 years this year.
All right, good deal. Now, let's talk right off the top. Let's talk about Shaka Khan, who was scheduled and is no longer going to be available.
Yes.
Which kept you up half the night, or was it all night?
Not quite all
Trying
night long.
to find a replacement because what? Voice problems?
Right. She's been put on extended vocal rest by her doctors and has canceled a number of shows. Our festival, as well as the festival in Maryland, Ohio, and Canada.
Oh, wow.
So we're wishing her the best and quick recovery so that we can have her in Pittsburgh sometime in the near future.
That's okay. The show must go on, though,
Absolutely.
Janice. And so you've got 4 days of artists. Tell us a little bit about it. If people have never been before, this is the 3rd year, you said.
3rd year, yes. And Pittsburgh has a really long jazz legacy and history, so it's fitting that we have a world-class festival. It starts tonight with a kickoff party at Macy's downtown. They are a sponsor of the festival, and at 5 o'clock, it will the first floor of Macy's will be transformed into a jazz club, and we'll have Cecil Brooks, who is a Pittsburgher, but he left Pittsburgh many years ago. He's performed all over the world, and he had a jazz club in New Jersey. Now he'll set up in the ground floor of Macy's and create Cecil's Club. So we'll have a lot of other artists that will stop in and perform with him, and that's from 5 until 7. There'll be shopping, specials, giveaways, and hors d'oeuvres, and so that's tonight. And then Friday night is the Jazz Crawl, and we work with about 20 different venues downtown. We have about 150 local and regional musicians that will perform in all of those venues, and that's there's no cover charge, so you can just kind of club, bar hop,
just hop from bar to bar.
Yeah, and hear all the different kinds of music. Saturday and Sunday, we close down the streets of Penn Avenue. We erect stages, and we have world-class, internationally renowned musicians performing for free from 1 o'clock until about 8 o'clock in the evening, and then jam sessions at night. It's big fun.
I think it's so fitting. I mentioned to you that I've seen this documentary on WQED, and it's called Wiley Avenue Days, and it talks about how all the jazz musicians back in the day would come to Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh was a stop that they would make on their way to New York or Chicago, these bigger cities. So it is so fitting that we have this here every year.
Yeah, absolutely. And there's so many prolific musicians that are from Pittsburgh that changed the climate or the music, of jazz and just music in general from Pittsburgh. And so many musicians that are still living and working in Pittsburgh,
well,
like
and
Roger
Sean
Humphreys,
Jones is
Sean
one.
Jones, Dwayne Dolphin, so many people that tour all over the world and are revered around the world, and they just happen to be right here in Pittsburgh with us.
And these people stay, men and women, both stay in Pittsburgh. Why? Because they love it? Because this is home?
Well, you know how Pittsburghers are. We love home. And we love family. But the jazz scene here is very unique, where we have world-class musicians, but we have a very community kind of family-oriented way of dealing and interacting with musicians, and the musicians really love one another, and they love playing together. So on a Tuesday night, you can hear really great music. Tuesday, actually every night of the week. And you go places like New York, Chicago. They have a scene as well, but it's not like ours.
Like Pittsburgh.
And so those musicians that live here and travel, they say that, and the musicians that come in and play here in Pittsburgh, they take that story out with them around the world.
That's great.
Well, it's great to have it, and it's great that the Pittsburgh Jazz International Festival is in its 3rd year. Thank you so much, Janice. Good to see you again.
Thank you.
Appreciate you coming and all you're doing, too, for the jazz community. The Pittsburgh Jazz International Festival kicks off with a party tonight, as we mentioned, folks, at Macy's downtown with music, shopping, and giveaways from 5 until 7 o'clock. Then Friday night, things really get swinging with the Jazz Crawl, and it keeps on going with too many performances to list here, quite frankly, through Sunday now. That's all the way through Sunday. The complete schedule is online. We have that link posted for you at kdka.com/PTL.
All right, Janice, thanks so much for coming. Up next, gift ideas for Dad from the hardware store. We'll be right back.
Ellington, you don't live.
What do we
broadcast. We have a serious situation. This is not a drill.
I'm attorney Edgar Snyder, and I love dogs. They're part of the family. Unfortunately, nearly 5 million people are bitten by dogs each year, and many are children. Even the friendliest dogs can sometimes bite, causing serious injuries and permanent scars. If you or someone you love were hurt by a dog, our law firm can help. Call us now to see if you're entitled to collect money for your injuries. For a free consultation, call 1-800-9-4-EDGAR. And remember, there's never a fee unless we get money for you.
Ever dream about having a roof over your deck or patio area? I'm Dave Dixon of Quaker State Construction. In addition to quality decks, Quaker State specializes in custom designed roofs for your deck, patio, or porch. Besides adding beauty and value to your home, a roof protects your deck and allows you to use it year-round. We can even enclose it and create a comfortable room. Need help in planning a roof for your deck or patio? Ask Dave at 1-800-262-DECK or go online at QuakerStateConstruction.com.
At Farmers, we make you smarter about auto insurance because the more you know, the more we can help you. Cut. Lower. Shave. Cut and drop your insurance rates. If you want to save hundreds, talk to Farmers.
The more you know, the more you could save. Talk to Farmers and see how much you could save on your auto insurance. Call 1-800-434-4666 today.
We are Farmers. Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum.
Father's Day coming up Sunday, June the 16th.
That's right. And if you're having trouble finding just the right gift for your dad, Andy Amrine of EV True Value Hardware has some great gift ideas.
Yes,
Andy,
he does.
welcome.
Thank you.
Hey, Andy.
Thank you.
What we got here?
Well, I brought stuff, big stuff and smaller stuff. So we have things for
you want to start with the big?
$5 and we have stuff for big bucks.
Okay.
I mean, you know, behind you, John, we have a Weber grill. Grilling,
that's
you know, a man's thing. Everyone does grilling.
Oh, this has been used. I love
well,
it.
that's the studio grill. I figured since we have one down there.
You're
not supposed to open that, John. This is, you know,
Never mind.
Rania was cooking on it the other day, so we didn't clean it yet. But, you know, grilling is something that a lot of dads love,
like
get into, and so forth. So if you want to go all out, you can get Weber grills. Weber is the brand that I prefer. I mean, because they last forever on it.
Sure.
But then you're spending $400, $500, $600 on a Father's Day present. Not that dads aren't worth it, but you know, it's all budget. And then out front, I brought some other nice things, but you know, not quite as expensive. But these are leisurely things. So we have a zero gravity chair here on my left. This is one that you could sit in. There
trying
goes
that
John.
puppy out.
You know, John could sit in it, and you could just rock back and forth in it. You know, with it's effortless with sitting in a zero gravity chair on. It's nice and relaxing. I don't know if John will finish the show. He had his steak. Now he's sleeping on it. But also we have a fire pit down there. You can get a
Those are
fire
becoming
pit.
more and more
They're
popular.
very, very popular as long as you're cautious where you're building fires and so forth. You know, a fire pit's only $29. Those zero gravity chairs are only like $39. You have we call them, you know, director's chairs, sports chairs, and so forth.
That's
or
nice.
a real
That
nice
folds
park
up too,
bench.
right?
You know, these are a park bench. These park
much for
benches
this?
they're $39.
Oh my gosh.
Which is great, and it's wood and it's cast iron on the sides. This is something that'll take a little bit of time maybe to put together on it because they come in a box. But for $39, it's great to have outside. Whether it's on your deck, it's by your garden, by the pool, whatever. Is patio chairs with it, and then some other smaller things.
Oh, here's my favorite.
You know, John was playing with it before. Now that is a battery-powered chainsaw. So a lot of people need chainsaws, but they don't like the chainsaw because of the gas or anything like that with it. You know, it has a replaceable battery with it, and it's great for trimming and doing tree limbs and so forth. The small jobs. It's not something that you'd want anything
you don't want to try
real
to cut
big
through
with
a
it.
18-inch log or anything.
No, that's going to cut through maybe about something 6 inches is about the max that something like that would. Something this small, I mean, these are $4.99. This is a solar-powered American flag. You know, it has a solar cell on it, which absorbs the sun's energy throughout the course of the day.
Let's hold it up here.
And then,
what does it do? Does it light up at night?
you know, it lights up and it'll keep the American flag lit.
Oh, nice.
And they're only $4.99.
This is the one,
something nice.
This is the one I'm fascinated with.
This is the newest hammer on the market. This is made by East Wing. East Wing is one of the biggest hammer manufacturers in the world. But with it, John, what it is, the head, the weight of the hammer, everything is down below.
Right.
So on this hammer itself, you use half the amount of force that you would need to pound a hammer in. So as you're taking the downward pressure, the hammer is doing the work.
Right.
It carries itself. So, and nobody has enough hammers. I mean, I probably have 8 hammers at home. It's just something, you know, when you deal with tools and you're working, you never have enough hammers because you lose them, you forget them, and whatever.
That's nice.
But one of the things I also brought, John, this is a safety lanyard. And with safety lanyards, we work with the Carpenters Union. We work with a lot of different people that do work with tools. And the biggest thing they tell me is when they're up on ladders, they're always dropping tools. So this is a device, you just hook this on your belt, you hook it on your ladder, and that way when you're up there high and you let go of something, it's not falling 6 or 7 feet down.
And hitting somebody in the head.
And hitting somebody. Right. And a lot of times our carpenters, they're even dropping their cordless tools. So, you know, with these itself, these are hooked on you, and you just let go, and the tool is held up. And, you know, so it's, if you have everything else, a lot of people don't have safety lanyards.
And of course, we've saved the best for last, folks.
Your beer kit. You know, this is a beer kit. They're only $39. Everything is in there that you need, and to go with your beer kit, we had to bring the cup. So we had to bring the cup. This is your redneck cup. This is your red solo cup. And that's it. It matches your outfit on it. So if you have the beer kit, you have everything else, get that a red cup. So it gives you everything you need, from tools to flags to multi-tools to benches to gravity chairs to Weber grills to beer kits or your red cup. We got it all.
You can tell, Kimberly's from South Carolina, I'm from Tennessee. You can tell we've handled these before.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we know exactly what those are.
Well, those were designed after you, and with you in mind, John.
So how much beer can you make with one kit here?
8 bottles.
Oh,
and everything is in there except the water.
Okay.
The water is the only thing you need.
Andy Amrine of EV True Value Hardware in Bethel Park. Thanks so much, Andy.
All right. Up next, who will win this year's Antoinette Perry Awards? Never heard of it? Neither had I, but it's the Tonys. We'll get theater critic Chris Bronson's picks for this year's Best of Broadway winners after this break. Stay with us.
The Brighton Hot Dog Shop is the hometown favorite for world-class hot dogs, fresh-cut Idaho fries, and delicious all-beef burgers. For quality and value from breakfast to dinner, choose the Brighton Hot Dog Shop, brightening your day for over 50 years.
Disabled? Call the lawyers friends tell friends to call. Berger & Green, the disability lawyers, 1-800-999-2626. I'm Cindy Berger of Berger & Green, and I fight for the rights of disabled people. Your right to Social Security checks, your right to medical care, your right to back benefits. For over 35 years, I've been fighting for people just like you. So call me now.
Berger & Green. Trust, experience, hard work.
Today, you might be missing out with satellite and slow DSL. But tomorrow, you could turn your living room into a multiplex. With Xfinity On Demand, you get thousands of TV shows, movies, and more, included at no additional cost. Satellite and slow DSL have nothing like this. Call 1-877-863-3169 and switch to Xfinity TV, Internet, and Voice for $29.99 each a month for 12 months. It's risk-free. There's no term contract and no early termination fee. Plus, Xfinity Internet gives you the fastest in-home Wi-Fi for all your rooms and devices all the time. So switch to Xfinity TV, Internet, and Voice from Comcast for $29.99 each a month for 12 months when you bundle all 3. It's risk-free. There's no term contract and no early termination fee. And it's all backed by the 30-day money-back Comcast customer guarantee. Tomorrow could be awesome if you call today. So call 1-877-863-3169. That's 1-877-863-3169. Xfinity, the future of awesome.
I went for one of those buy one room, get additional rooms free flooring deals. Never again. The installation failed. I have to replace everything after only 2 years. I should have called Molyneux.
I'm Rich Schubert. We get people the compensation they deserve. When accidents happen, call the accident lawyers at Alpern Schubert, 800-243-6095.
Gentle lilac. Fungi still there. Ocean breeze. E. coli still around. Air fresheners like Febreze Air Effects aren't approved to kill the germs that cause the odors. Lysol disinfectant spray does more. We call it healthing because it kills 99.9% of germs that cause odors at the source. And now you can use it to freshen the air, too. Lysol. A fresh-smelling home and a healthy one.
At the Original Mattress Factory, we work hard each day to build quality mattresses and box springs. We offer tremendous value to our customers by eliminating the middleman and selling factory direct.
Visit one of our factories near you and experience more than just a mattress store. Experience an original.
At Petite Kitchen and Bath, we love to exceed our customers' expectations. It's what we've been doing for over 50 years. From custom creation to expert installation, Petite Kitchens are a combination of quality materials and master craftsmanship. At Petite, we create the dream kitchen that matches your taste, your lifestyle, and your pocketbook. More kitchen than you expected to get. For less money than you ever expected to pay. Call Petite Kitchen and Bath Design Center today. Haven't you waited long enough?
Bantam Jeep Heritage Festival, June 14th through 16th. Visit bantamjeepfestival.com.
Accidents happen. When they do, call Alpern Schubert, the accident lawyers. 800-243-6095.
Welcome back, everybody. The annual Tony Awards for Excellence on Broadway are this Sunday night at Radio City Music Hall with Neil Patrick Harris returning as the host.
That's right. And here with his picks on who he thinks should win is Post-Gazette senior theater critic Chris Rawson. And I don't know if it's who you think should win or will win.
Well, should win in both senses, like, oh, they should win or they should win. You know, you could say it either way.
Gotcha.
Let me just say a quick word about two local shows before we go to New York.
Yes, please.
42nd Street opened the season for the CLO. Tap dancing extravaganza, you know, 12 songs that you know very well. You've known since you were born.
Yep.
Good show. And then,
some video.
yeah, oh, here we go. Yeah, tap dancing extravaganza. And my second show that I don't have a picture of is the Kreutzer Sonata at Pittsburgh Irish and Classical Theater, which is based on a play by Tolstoy. It's a one-man, 90-minute tour de force for Martin Giles, the actor.
Oh, wow.
Okay, now off to New York, off to the Tonys. Neil
Yes.
Patrick Harris is a great host. I think it should be a good show Sunday night.
He's done it before, right?
He has,
Yes.
indeed. I want to give you 6 quick picks for best musical, best play, and then the leading actor and actress
Please
in each
do.
category. We've got a excuse me, we've got a bunch of pictures coming up here. The two contending musicals are Kinky Boots and Matilda.
I love that title.
And,
Kinky
yeah,
Boots.
and
Kinky
here we
Boots.
have a shot of Kinky Boots, and the guy in the middle there, it's a man in drag, is Pittsburgh's own Billy Porter. From Homewood
He's from
and
Pittsburgh.
CMU,
Yeah,
right?
yes.
And here he is in his
right.
male clothes on the right.
Yeah.
And I'm picking him for Best Actor.
You go, Billy.
His contender, the big contender, is the lead in the other leading musical, Matilda. There's a guy, Bertie Carvel, who, in drag, plays the Miss Trunchbull, the evil schoolmistress.
Okay. Drag seems to be the thing this year.
Right, right. Well, he's actually a man playing a woman. Billy is a man playing a man who's in drag.
Who's in
There's
drag.
a difference.
Okay. There's a big
Matilda
difference.
is this fabulous musical based on the Roald Dahl story about this girl with psychokinetic powers. And here you have the kids in Matilda. It's a wonderful musical. It's going to win Best Musical. But Billy and Bertie are going at it for Best Actor in a musical. Here are the 4 girls who play Matilda in rotation on Broadway. I think I saw the one third from the left, although I'm not quite clear. I'm sure they're all equally good in slightly different ways.
Yes.
And this is the Bertie Carvel character, who is Billy Porter's competition for Best Actor in a Musical.
He is such a guy in drag. I mean, look at him.
Yeah, but he's good. But I'm hoping
He's
that
an
the
ugly
Americans.
woman, okay? He's an ugly woman.
I'm hoping the Americans will vote for the American, and Billy will bring that back. Now, for play, the contenders, there are 3 plays in sort of chief contention. Excuse me, 2 plays in chief contention for Best Play. Lucky Guy, a play by Nora Ephron, who died actually before seeing it on Broadway. And here it is. It's about a guy, Mike McAlery, who was an actual columnist on Broadway, played by Tom Hanks.
I was going to say, it looks like Tom Hanks on the left.
Right,
and that is Tom Hanks.
It's a love letter to journalism. You know, the guys who go out and fight for the story and come back and drink a lot at the saloon. And Tom Hanks is definitely a contender for Best Actor in a play. The other chief contender for Best Actor in a play is Nathan Lane, who's in a play called The Nance, which is about a homosexual actor back in the day when that was actually illegal and the cops tried to entrap you. Here he is on the left with Louis J. Stadlin, and he plays a homosexual in caricature in these kind of vaudeville shows of the period. The period is the late 30s. The Nance is a good play, but Lucky Guy is actually in contention probably with another play called Vanya and Sonia and Masha and Spike.
What a name.
And that's probably going to win Best Play.
The long titled
Yeah,
play?
the long titled one. But I'm picking Nathan Lane to beat out Tom Hanks for Best Actor in a play. It's a better performance. Of course, they may well go with the main guy. Yeah,
We'll see.
the big Hollywood name.
We'll be watching.
And for more, you're going to have to just take a look at the Post-Gazette, more predictions.
That's right there. And that Post-Gazette theater critic Chris Rawson here with us Thursdays on The Big Show. And do check out the Post-Gazette for his predictions, as he said. Thanks, Chris. And you can see how he did with his Tony picks Sunday night when CBS brings you the Tony Awards starting at 8 o'clock. That's live.
That's right. All right. We will be right back with one more check on Dennis Bowman's forecast, plus a preview of what's on tomorrow's show.
Get in shape and have fun. Those phrases rarely go together, but now we've got some high-tech choices. Everything from Zumba to UFC.
Some of them are a lot more strenuous than others.
So what video games will give you the best workout? Consumer Reports, today at 5.
You know what's so awesome about the internet? It gets more and more entertaining every day. And once you've got Verizon Fios, that's when you get it. How 100% fiber optics takes your entertainment to ridiculous levels.
I was streaming videos, movies, music. Once I realized how fast it was, that's when I got it.
Switch to Fios and upgrade your entertainment for just $89.99 a month, guaranteed for 2 years, plus $200 back, and a multi-room DVR free for 12 months with a 2-year agreement. Last chance. This amazing deal ends soon. Fios brings 100% fiber optic power right to your door. That's why it delivers America's fastest, most reliable internet, plus unbeatable TV picture quality. So switch to Fios for $89.99 a month, guaranteed for 2 years, and get $200 back and a multi-room DVR free for 12 months with a 2-year agreement. That's a value of $440. Visit Verizon.com/price guarantee for this amazing deal. Offer ends June 18. Technology that makes life more entertaining. That's powerful.
What's on tonight? Brought to you by Subway Restaurant's new $4 lunch. Get a 6-inch sub and 21-ounce drink all day, every day for only $4 and only at Subway. Eat fresh.
Dr. Phil, they're forced to turn their adopted child over to strangers.
How do you explain to a 2-year-old that you might not ever see them again?
You'll have one shred of evidence they're not quality parents.
Today at 3, followed by KDKA TV News at 4.
Okay, everybody, thanks so much for watching. That's all the time we have for today, but be sure to watch tomorrow at 9. I'll be back with David Highfield as co-host here on the show. We're also co-hosting a new edition of Your Pittsburgh tomorrow night at 7:30.
Big day.
That's right, and we will look at what's on that show as well coming up tomorrow.
Plus, are you doing the noon and the 4?
I am too.
Whoa,
Yeah,
full
I'm all
day
over
for
the
Kimberly
place.
tomorrow. That's right. I'll be on the Gateway Clippers' newest addition to the fleet tomorrow. It's called the Three Rivers Queen, and we're going to be live on the water checking out Point State Park, the fountain. You know, the park's open now, finally, for the big arts festival. All of that full of stages and booths all set up in the park. We'll check that out tomorrow.
And we'll also meet two of the featured visual artists at this year's festival and try something special for National Donut Day.
Oh, sweet.
That's on tomorrow's show as well.
Can't wait. Thanks for joining us, everybody. Now stay tuned for Let's Make a Deal. Have a good one.
Join the American Diabetes Association for the 3rd annual Father of the Year Awards Dinner. These dads will be honored for their professional and personal contributions to their communities and families. The 2013 Father of the Year Awards, Friday, June 14th.
Giant Eagle and Citizens Bank would like to thank you for your support during our recent Feed the Kids Summer Telethon. If you would still like to donate, go to kdka.com. The Citizens Bank Foundation will continue to match all donations till June 30th.
KDKA TV News, the area's most watched news station.
We got new carpet from Empire today for this entire room.
But we only paid for this much.
Empire Today's 60% off sale is on. Get new carpet for any room 60% off. Empire makes it easy. You'll shop at home. And right now, get a lot more for a lot less.
We paid for this much new carpet.
But we got all this.
Don't miss 60% off. Schedule now at EmpireToday.com or call
800-588-2300 Empire.
Today. 20.
See that and raise it 20.
See that and raise another 20. Hope you have more in your hand than you have on your head.
Maybe you should just shave it off.
Yeah, grunge rock is really making a big comeback.
Listen to Casey at the bat here.
Oh, big joke. You and Bob don't have that problem, all right? He uses razors, I buy caps. Not pretty, but easy.
You'll never have to worry about looking bald either. Our methods of replicating an original hairline are undetectable to the eye and to everyone else.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Were you bluffing? Let me see your cards. I knew he was bluffing. Oh, you didn't.
You guys will never know.
New Image Hair Clinic offers proven methods for restoring hair for men. From laser hair therapy to the latest technology in hair transplantation. Find out how you can grow your own hair back. Call New Image now for more information and a free no-obligation consultation. Or go to newimagehairloss.com.
Sadly, I've seen too many grieving families who lost loved ones due to an accident. When a person dies in an accident that's someone else's fault, the legal term is wrongful death. You can't put a price on someone's life. The family deserves to be compensated for their pain and suffering, to get justice for their tragic loss. The victim may have a spouse, children, or other relatives who depended on them financially. So if you've lost a loved one in an accident, trust my law firm to help you. For a free consultation, call 1-800-9-FOR-EDGAR.
Fall, meet the new Wolfpack. We Are Men, coming to CBS.
Diamond ring. Go big or go home. You want a car? This is a very happy man. It's time for Let's Make a Deal. Now here's TV's big dealer, Wayne Brady. Welcome to Let's Make a Deal. I'm your host, Wayne Brady. You know what we do. We make deals. Hopefully someone will walk out here with a car, some cash. Let's see what happens. 3 people, let's go. Supermom, you, right down there, Yvonne. Yes, go, you. Postman, right down there, you. And last but not least, let's see. Let's go with you. Come with me. 1, 2, 3. How you doing? You stand right there for me. So turn around. Turn around. Now you get on that side. You get that side. Do-si-do a little bit. Yvonne, nice to meet you, Supermom.
Nice to meet you, Wayne. I'm so psyched to be here.
Well, I'm psyched to have you. So what do you do?
Well, I work full-time. I clip a ton of coupons, and I'm raising 3 boys, and I manage their soccer teams.
Yeah, you are Supermom.
Yeah. And I'm a wife, too, on the side.
And what do you do, Jonathan? Top that.
I make urban streetwear clothing. And my sister's wearing a sweater that I...
Stand up, sister, so we can see her. Yeah. Okay. All right. And it obviously supplies movement, because she was giving you a little bit of this. How she had a little bit of that.